Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just going to run through, because of the current issue on our refineries not working, I want to show you a video of a Warri refinery that they say they've got a nod for rehab. It's a vast complex, and I mean vast. And you're going to hear some numbers about how much they are capable of producing, to tell you that the governance is engaged in not allowing this infrastructure to function, because that's where they're making the money. By importing oil, processed oil, they are denying the nation wealth. The money is going straight into their pocket. So let's watch this video. Let's see the Warri refinery. Now, they said it's got a nod for refinery, for rehabilitation. That is all a lie. We need to know precisely, what state of capability has it got right now? What state of capability has the 4 refineries, including this one, Warri Rehabilitation, what has it got? Can we have an independent assessment of the refineries right now by people who are truthful? Because we can't trust our governance. The vast complex, if you're telling me that they cannot, with this vast complex, they cannot produce finished, processed oil, something is wrong somewhere, and things are being hidden from us. So I want you to watch this video yourself and familiarize yourself with the surroundings in Warri, the Warri refinery, and ask a question. If we're being told it's being done for rehab, can we have an independent? We need an independent assessment, surely, to know how much it can currently produce. Because these are information that will make us be able to have make an informed decision, and not be able to even continue to put pressure on the government to get them working. I suspect they can be working straight away. Let's watch this video. Here we go. It's about the Warri oil refinery. Here we go.
Popular full roundabout in Warri, Delta State. And you've heard so much about the rehabilitation of Nigerian refineries in Delta State, in Port Harcourt, and in Kaduna. We are here to show you the state of the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company, which sits on the shoulders of this MPA road. Come with me as we take a journey into the plants.
Let's go and look at the plant.
The Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company, another of federal government's owned refinery located in Warri, was built in 1978, some 43 years ago. As the plant name suggests, there are 2 basic operations carried out here: refining operations and producing of petrochemical.
This report is by Channels, by the way, so credit to Channels for this report, but it gives an opportunity to really scrutinize the refineries and get a sense of, exactly what kind of level of production can be achieved even at this as we speak. So let's proceed. Thank you.
For the Nigerian market, with 125,000 barrels a day production capacity for the fuels plant,
please keep an eye on that. 125,000 barrels per day. 125,000 barrels per day. Our oil is supposed to be, we process 1.2 billion barrels per day. So that's Warri. We need to know how much it is for Warri, for Port Harcourt, the 2 refineries in Port Harcourt, and then the one in Kaduna. We need to know the capacity, because surely, if you are processing oil, crude oil, you should be those crude oil should be processed. They should be funneled towards what? Those refineries to be processed, so that we can have repeatedly low prices for our oil, for our own local economy to boom. Our governance is ensuring that we are failing. Remember those words: 125,000. I'm going to write it down myself. Plant capacity for Warri is 125,000. We'll come back and talk about that later. Plant capacity, is 125,000 barrels per day. Barrels per day. Okay. So why is it not working? Let's listen on. Here we go.
The chemical plant, which was commissioned in March 1988, has the capacity of 35,000 metric ton per year polypropylene and 18,000 metric ton per year carbon production facility.
See that?
From what the eyes can see, this looks like a well-built and structured operational plant. And here are some thoughts to that. Crude oil is gotten from Escravos.
Well built. Why is it not? Is it because somebody somewhere is not allowing this to process it? They have the capacity, but they're not allowing them to do it. How can we ascertain this? We need an independent body away from the government to assess this. We need a group of citizens who are experts in this field, Nigerians. We don't want foreigners, because the foreigners, they will be doing this in their interest to say, oh, it's not working, because they want to continue to sell us oil. The people who must be invested in this are the citizens like you and I, and who are experts in this field, who can tell us categorically how much oil and how much level of processing they can do right now, if indeed this is functioning. Because the government, we cannot trust anybody from the government. The NNPC is biased, and not only biased, it is geared towards ensuring that the business model is to import, to make private profit for themselves at the expense of us, the people. That's the reality. So I'm here to just let's carry on and talk about this.
Or SAPLAT, or Ugeli Quality Control Center, operated by MPDC and processed into finished petroleum products, while the petrochemical plants convert.
The question also becomes, is it possible that when they say, oh, we haven't got capacity, that indeed we have capacity, but they're just lying and they're processing anyway and making money whilst impoverishing us? These are all possibilities that we need to look at as citizens. These are all possibilities that we must explore. Let's carry on and watch this.
In fact, the otherwise low utility refining byproduct, namely propylene and decanted oil, to produce value-added polypropylene and carbon products. Like the Port Harcourt Refining Company, the Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company has also been shut down.
Close,
for instance, maintenance of this plant was carried out regularly, we are told, and on schedule until 2014.
2014. How long has Buhari been in government again? The Minister for Petroleum? 2015, for 8 years. It's been shut down for 8 years. For 8 years plus. 9 years. Wow.
When the last was carried out, that's some 7 years ago.
At some point, we had an issue with even the crude line. And we had to be transporting crude by vessels.
Shame. Shame. Transporting crude by vessel. NNPC. You see, Babatunde Bakare, these guys are not being allowed to do their job. The government is interfering in that process, in failing to ensure the refineries have been fixed since 2014. This must be our focus. Citizens, I keep telling you all, what we need to do is to use this. I'll put it on the screen. You're going to see it on the screen as much as possible. When it is time, without using our sovereignty, nothing's going to change. 14.2a, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. 14.2a. 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. We need to use these powers to compel our government to fix those refineries, no ifs, no buts, to get accurate assessment on the true state of those refineries. They may have been deliberately we may have been lied to that they're not functioning, when in fact that they are functioning, but people are creaming the profits. We need to ascertain this. Let's watch on.
Which was a bit costly, and that even erode the value, because the unit cost of transporting crude by vessel is several times higher than that by pipeline. We had a lot of issues surrounding pipeline vandalism. There were situations where
it is sad that a government of the day that says they put the interest of the citizens in their heart are not focusing on key areas where revenue generation can be maximized by these refineries, and thus improving the lives of the citizens by way of funds and funds available for capital investment in infrastructure, key infrastructures like roads, water, light, hospital, and maintenance of those infrastructures. But no, they are actually encouraging a refinery to be transporting via vehicle rather than the pipeline. Somebody's making money somewhere. Even I bet, have you not thought that even the fact that they're saying to transport the oil to the refinery or from refinery by road instead of the pipe means that contract is going to the hands of somebody in government. These are questions we should be asking. Let's go ahead.
We were even producing, we reached tank top, and then we have to shut down because we couldn't evacuate.
The threshold of profitability.
So is it that they couldn't evacuate or they were told not to? That's the question. Is it that they couldn't evacuate or they were told not to? If we do not get involved in this process, we need to have a proper assessment. It is time we, the citizens, because ultimately sovereignty belongs to all of us collectively, and we need to begin to exercise that sovereignty. This is look at the huge complex, and you're telling me this is not working. My gut feeling tells me there is something fishy about the fact that they're saying it's not working. We can't just accept their word for it, because we know inherently our governance is incompetent and corrupt. Inherently, by all accounts. Let's listen on.
And efficiency for refineries is 80% of installed performance. To achieve that, you need to have the right operating model in place. Now we know approvers.
You see, this is where the corruption comes in. Those people who are in those rooms, they are not doing what they're supposed to do to ensure that we maximize our profit in our own resources. They are there to line their own pockets. I'm sorry to say, but let's watch on.
For rehabilitation have been granted. A third factor of efficiency is in consideration, and that's an ownership model. Those three must work if you must achieve efficiency and profitability.
One means that operation.
Right. The man here, there's a conflict of interest. There is a conflict of interest. This is the man, MELE KYARI, that is in charge of the refineries and also in charge of the subsidy that is being used to import oil. That means that his focus is not on to be able. He doesn't want the refinery to be working, because then they'll have to record everything and everything is visible. But when you say subsidy and you're importing oil, the government cannot track where that money is. They put themselves in the gap between the point at which the oil is being imported in and the point at which it is sold to us. The funds that is coming either way, that is where they're making their profit. Not profit, the lucrative deal. And this man, instead of focusing on functioning, getting our refinery functioning, he's focused on maximizing the income, that the money, the corrupt money that the crooks in power can make from using the so-called subsidy, which is a lie. Because if they say, oh, we bought this X amount and everything else, they don't even check the landing. That apparently they don't even check the landing. The actual amount of usage of this oil. They just talk about the amount that's brought in. I mean, this man needs to be questioned. This man needs to be questioned. This man needs to be questioned. This man that you see on the screen, MELE KYARI, should be in question. But listen, he's going to be talking all these fine words. Don't believe all that. There's a conflict of interest. He cannot be the man for the production of refinery our processed oil and be the same man importing processed oil, because there's a conflict of interest right there. Let's listen on.
The maintenance contractor will come in. You will support them with your staff. That is typical practice, best practice all over the world. And they will operate it as a cost. They have no stake in the refinery, but they also know that, they will give you guarantee that this will work.
Areas also.
What guarantee? It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked because it's been deliberately. This is a government policy, hidden government policy. Citizens, we need to be part of this process urgently.
So requiring serious rehabilitation is the jetty tucked some 7 kilometers away. It serves as the receiver line for crude and evacuation of product. In 2017, the 2 wings loading berth collapsed and it's yet to be fixed.
You see that? You see that? Let me make this smaller. No, I'm going to move my... Let me just quickly do something. I want you to just see me because I'm really quite aggrieved about this, and I'm actually exercised. I'm really very, very upset at what I'm seeing here. And I cannot believe that this is being allowed to. Look at the state of... Let me make this... I'm going to just make my picture small. Am I even moving from there? Should I move it from there? No, I'll leave it. Let me just make it... I'll just go and do this for a second. Look at that. You see? Can you see? That is the state of the refinery. It collapsed. Can you see? And the government cannot fix this. Why aren't they fixing it? It's to ensure that it didn't work. It's been sabotaged. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. People should be questioned on this. They should be questioned on this. They should be questioned on this. Look at that. Anyway, let's carry on.
So in terms of economy of scale, what did the plant produce when it was operational?
Listen.
And what's the country losing now that it's been shut?
Listen.
When it operated, it had derivatives like 7.2 million liters of PMS, 2.1 million liters of kerosene, 5.9 million liters of diesel.
I'm going to do a screenshot of this. Give me a second. I need to do the screenshot of this so that you have it yourself. Because I need you to be aware of the damage that is being done to our economy by those in government. They don't deserve to be in governance. In fact, they deserve to be behind bars. Now, let's go ahead. Now, go ahead.
204.3 metric tons of LPG, 480,000 liters of fuel gas, and 3.6 million liters of fuel
at full
oil.
Capacity.
The polypropylene end-use applications can be used as film for biscuits and confectionery wrappers, woven sacks for packaging, upholstery, blanket, mats, and more. Others are bottle crates for drinks, automotive wares like battery casing, hoses, bumpers, and more. Also, you have fibers for floor carpets, ropes, and apparels. It is also used for industrial articles like...
Can you see the byproducts of the processing that we are losing money on, literally? And all of this stuff that you see on the screen there, all of the stuff you see on the screen there, because they are not producing it locally, we're losing out money. We have to import that. So we are losing money on two folds. Two folds. Citizens, I urge you. This is just a simple examination of what is being done here. The President Tinubu organization and the President Tinubu administration need to come out and expose all of this. Those refineries must be working, and that is why we as citizens collectively we must participate in our governance. I'm exposing things that people are not even thinking of, because these are the byproducts that we are losing out on. Because now the money that could have been made from not only processing the oil but producing this, now we're now using double the money first to import the oil and then to import these finished products, because our refineries are not working. This is economic madness. This is economic madness, and I'll probably come back and do a live broadcast on this at some point, but watch this with me for now. Let's carry on. It is I'm exasperated, and so should you. Please use the powers you see on the screen. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. 14.2a. Remember that. 14.2c. The participation by the people in their government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Those are the two powers we need to use to hold those we elect to office to account. They must fix our refineries. We are losing money on two fronts: the byproducts and the original product. We are losing money. And importing one means we are going to find money to go and import those finished products, those byproducts. We're losing money. In unsold cars, for example, they could make those things at home using the the byproducts from the refinery. But because they don't have that, they'll have to import it. That is what we're saying. This is economic madness. Let's carry on.
It is also used for industrial articles like pipelines and containers.
You see?
While the carbon plant end products are used for inks, paints, conveyor belts, footwears, and so on. How well has the product done in the past at this level in terms of acceptance in the market?
Let me do something for you. I'm just going to do something. I just need to do this while I'm on air now. I'm just quickly going to do something quickly because I want to just quickly get this done and have it there so that it's, so let's carry on. But I will come back and talk about it in greater depth as well. Here we go.
Wares and so on. How well has the product done in the past at this level and in terms of acceptance in the market?
We bring the grade A to the market all the time. So our customers know what quality we bring and they're waiting. When we restream this plant, we'll come back to the market again with that very high quality.
All of these derivatives are on hold, giving way to continuous importation of petroleum products and foreign.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Citizens, get off your knees. Stop this prayer nonsense. It is mental enslavement. We need to wake up. Use the powers that you possess within the Nigerian Constitution. Section 14(2)(a). Use these powers. We need to use it collectively. Section 14(2)(a). Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Secondly, the participation, 14(2)(c). The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. I'm reading this offhead. I'm not looking on the screen. I'm reading it offhead. I need you to do the same thing. You need to exercise it in all 774 local government areas. That is the only way. We have to put pressure on these people to fix the refineries. We are losing jobs. The subsidy is making us lose jobs and lack manufacturing of derivatives from the byproducts of the processing of the oil. We're losing money on two fronts. It's economic madness. It is economic madness. It's time we woke up collectively. We need to compel those elected officials that we put in, the Senate, the House, the local government chairman, state house of assembly members, House of Reps, senators, governors. We need to put pressure. We need to have every single local government area must have a town hall meeting. And we call these people and we tell them that we are suffering economically because of the lack of management, or lack of the unwillingness of the government to fix our refineries. We are therefore compelling them to fix it with immediate effect and to give us regular updates. If we all did that collectively, they would have no choice but to do it. That is how we have to get Operation Fix the Foreign Refineries going. I propose we really take action on that. This is so sickening to see. It is so sickening. Let's carry on.
Exchange consequences. The federal government says it will restore the refineries to its nameplate installed capacity and will do so within its remaining time in office.
You see, they said they will do it with its remaining time in office. They haven't fixed it. They lied to you. This report, I will find you the date of this report. They said they will fix it. They haven't fixed it.
It's definitely an appointment with destiny. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
You see now, they didn't fix it. Now let's see when this report was done. This report was done back in a year ago. A year ago. They haven't fixed the refineries. And they have no intention of fixing the refineries. A year ago. You can see it here. Let me see if I can show you. Can I show you? I'll take a screenshot. It was done. The report was done a year ago. Yes? And these are the kind of things we need to be looking at. You can't see on the screen. I'll take a screenshot and I'll put it on. The report was done a year ago. And we're now in 2023. June 2023. A year ago, this was done. June 2022. Oh, they said they will fix it. Listen to the words. Listen to those words, oh. Listen to those words. Listen.
And will do so within its remaining time in office.
They will do so within its remaining time in the office. MELE KYARI is in a position of conflict of interest and he should be arrested already. He should be arrested already. Citizens, what say you on this report? Please, when you get this broadcast, please do share. this tells you now we need to know the true state of our refineries, because we no longer trust what the government is saying, and it's our collective effort in investigating that. That is where the problem is. They have run the refineries to the ground. They've run it to the ground, and we need to begin to hold them to account. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear your thoughts on this. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We are going to continue to put pressure on those in governance to hold them to account, to make sure that we expose their lies, and of course, using the powers that we, the citizens, to whom the ultimate sovereignty belongs, we can use that power collectively. I encourage you, be part of the process. We need active participation in all 774 local government areas. That is the only way you will get infrastructures functioning within your local government area, your community. So please join us in the struggle. Memorize, take a screenshot of what I put on the screen, memorize it, begin to share this kind of message with people. This is really important. This is how we can hold our governments to account. Look at the picture of this. Look at how dilapidated this is. And they spent trillions, and they said they will be fixing it it will be functioning by the end of 2023. We are now in June. By the end of the governance, in June, it's not working. It's not working. We're now back to subsidy again. But now they're not going to subsidize anymore. They want the true price to come in, and the people are suffering. The solution is to fix the refineries. We need an independent assessment of our refineries right now. We need an independent assessment of our refineries to know how quickly they can be up and running. How do you see this? You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. When you get this message, please leave a comment, subscribe, listen to that report. They were saying that they will get, by the end of the last government, that they will get the refineries functioning. Not one of them is functioning. And the MELE KYARI is there now as a CEO, and nobody's saying anything. We need to be questioning these people. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Please subscribe, hit notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. Say what to do. Subscribe, hit notification button, and give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And please also do me a favor. Download How Long Una Go to Suffer. I'll put it up again soon. How Long Una Go to Suffer is the song you hear in the background. It's a song I wrote about the suffering of we, the citizens in Nigeria. And it resonates, it's got a powerful message in it. And we want you to help us by, help the platform by, sharing the message. You can get it on iTunes and Spotify. Help us reach more people. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now.